You came in here and you're a very nice guy.
Yeah,
so
you're
to
nice.
see you lose your cool, I don't know if you're playing it up for the show or did you really lose your cool? I'm curious.
Well, so first off, I think you are to some degree mischaracterizing the interaction that I specifically had with Aurora. Granted, we have 2 episodes a week that are 8 hours long. I don't commit to memory precisely every interaction I have. Although I'd be happy to actually pull it up and review it without fully knowing exactly committed to memory how that interaction went. It could have been the case that her phone went off 3 times during the show, if I recall. So yes, it would have been frustrating.
Just the back,
but
though.
this
Just the back.
characterization.
See, that's fucked up.
like
I don't
TSA,
even
like
think joking
TSA.
about it is funny.
But so
Oh, no, it's too much.
Just the way I was raised was to respect
Did you
women.
gallop up here with a white
there's
horse?
a difference
Did you
between- yeah.
gallop up on a white horse? Is your white horse out there? Do you have it hooked?
That's how
to
you look
something?
at men that respect
Total
women.
white knight bullshit. Come on.
Bullshit.
Wait. Women.
That's terrible,
women are
man.
equal to men, right? Oh, okay, great. Unless we talk to them like they're men, then that's too much. That's too much.
You guys don't talk to them like they're men.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
don't
if
yell
you
at
started yelling at me, I'd be like, yo, fuck out of here. Like,
Right.
I'm not getting paid for this. This isn't my job. I came here to hang, right? And if you're going to lose your cool at me, I'm like, dude, like, I don't need you.
Yeah, but
right?
if you're going to have adversarial conversations, which
Right,
is
that's
how,
okay.
which is how the show is pitched,
Yeah.
they're going to get heated.
Yeah,
And
it's okay.
I told Brian straight up, I said, I thought you were meaner than you were when I made that video saying fuck Brian. I thought he would say, like, you're a whore, you're never going to get married. That's not true. He asked questions to set them up for viral clips to make them look stupid. So it's different. So that's why I said, you know what?
You know
We're not
what's
going to
really
go personal
funny?
job.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is a business, right?
Hang on, let me correct a couple things though. Absolutely 100% do not set women up to say stupid things. I don't even know the questions when I come in. No idea. They just say stupid things because a lot of these women are fucking stupid. Now, I just want to make sure that we're crystal clear. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of the women who come in, they're not set up. They just say really fucking stupid shit.
Right. I mean, if
That's
you did the
it.
show with men, it'd be the same thing.
As men
Look
do
at
it.
us right
Yeah,
now, right?
absolutely.
A lot of people say stupid shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you characterize it as a setup, right? There's no setup. They just say fucking stupid shit. Now it's hilarious to clip it and put it out there because they said something fucking stupid. Every bit as much as it would be for any man.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're not interviewing smart girls, right? Because then that wouldn't go viral.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. They have degrees in psychology. They have
Right.
degrees in mathematics. They have university master's degrees. Many of these women come in, can't wait to do a debate, and they say
Right.
the stupidest shit on planet Earth. Who could we get who would be up to the standards that you would have of an intelligent woman? What would we need besides a master's degree, high education? Like what? What do you want us to go get a fucking scientist? Like what do you want us to go get? What women can we find that aren't going to say this retarded shit? That's what I want to know.
And that's where I think that now that I've actually talked to you guys for about an hour, I don't think Brian disrespects women. I don't. Andrew, I'm not
enough.
sure yet.
Not enough.
I think
not
if your
enough.
show, if you saw the value in doing an 8-hour show promoting them, you would have gone the complete other way. You're going where the bag is. So I don't think you hate them, and I don't think you want to disrespect them. I don't think you sleep better at night knowing I really stuck it to that girl.
I think
Andrew,
you're the circus
I think
leader
you
in
do.
a clown show. That's literally what we all do. That's what I do for a living. That's what you do for a living. You surround yourself by people who provide you interesting debate and conversation. Because if you talk to fucking the same kind of people on your wavelength all day, like, no one's tuning in. They want to hear Howard Stern-esque conversations, right?
Giovannic donated $100.
Yeah, thank you, Giovanni.
I respect Warman built his living around exploiting 18-year-old women in an evil and destructive industry.
No kidding.
I
Is
would
that
be
for me or you?
hard-pressed to find a
think it's
duo
for
of
him.
creeps who values women less than you two.
Is that at you guys?
No, that's at you.
Oh, nice. Built
So,
his living around.
Hold on. Giovanni, thank you.
First of all, it's not cool that you have your little fanboys coming in chiming in.
Why not?
Because we don't have that privilege.
Yeah,
So
you
now
do.
it's an off.
You're a
Now
fan?
you guys have an advantage. You
Wait.
have call a friend.
Your fanboys can chime in right now.
I didn't promote the show.
Oh, well, whose fault is that?
I sent you the link. You told you before the show. In fact, before the show, you said, Depending on my performance on the show,
Yeah.
I'm reluctant to actually promote it.
Yeah, because we're the dumb bitches here in this
100%.
scenario.
We don't know. We're not debaters. I've never done this.
Yeah.
He's a professional. What do you say? Fastest growing debater in the world?
Yeah.
We don't know what we're walking
Debate
into.
channel.
For all I
Yeah.
know, you prepped
We're gonna have a
Biden for
champagne
his
pouring
last
contest after this.
Well, so let's go back to the.
Then that would not take that as a mark of like success if I had prepped Biden first last debate. I just want to let you know that would not be. Yeah,
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Yeah, I'd be pretty ashamed of myself for that one.
But so let's go back to the original claim. So you originally said there's this girl, cell phone went off. I yelled at her. Nick, if you can find the clip, I might have.
Were you there?
I'll concede that I'll certainly concede that I
there.
get frustrated on the show because a lot of these people are not media trained, camera trained, etc.
Grid One Motorsports donated
thank you, Grid One. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the
$100.01. About to start my show, but she ate these dudes. Bro, you ain't got a white knight so hard. The women do that for you on stage on demand. These women are the definition of mental midgets.
All right, thank you.
Threw
Grid
midgets
One.
under the
there
bus.
you go.
That's crazy.
But he should have used dwarves. You're right.
First of all, the M word is as bad now as the M word. It's little people.
In fact, you had a little person. You know what? I thought dwarf was still valid.
Dwarf is actually a category.
That's what they want to be
It's
called.
under a certain height.
I
is
thought they
dwarf.
preferred dwarf.
I don't like the
They
word
like
dwarf.
little person, little
Because
people.
it sounds
that's the new one.
mythical.
Yeah, dwarf is the old one. You're right.
What if they have
It's,
beards?
But now I believe.
Then they look mythical.
Don't quote me. I think
yeah,
dwarf.
I think it fits.
Dwarf
It's all right.
is a smaller one now. I believe it's under 3'8", perhaps.
Is
I'm
it?
not sure. I think little person was what they like. M word not cool. Disregard that guy's claims he's using slurs.
He's gonna get canceled. Grid One.
You are
you're-
not
you're
helping
gonna
our
get
soy
canceled.
women.
But
Don't use the M word. I'm like, God.
that is the euphemism treadmill, though. So I guess midget used to be acceptable. Now it's not. Dwarf was acceptable. Now it's. Now
I don't
it's
know where
little.
dwarf is.
Now it's
Yeah.
little person.
Yes.
So in any case, going back to the criticisms, I don't think when you say like I yelled and screamed at her, I mean you guys are kind of almost yelling and screaming at us. I have a pretty soft-spoken voice.
I'm just
so.
you do. That's how I be. I have
Okay.
ADHD.
No, I'm not upset by
I have
it.
every letter in the book.
I'm not upset by it, but I might, increase my volume a little bit and might be a bit frustrated. But at least when it came to her phone specifically, I don't think I was verbally abusive to her when it came to her phone.
Wait, question for you.
Go ahead.
That guy paid $9 to write that comment, and he called us fucking soy boys.
No, he paid $100.
$100 to write that, and I'm the loser? I love it. I'm going to start paying in a second for our team on the side. These two guys are really good debaters.
So,
Hey, make your bag, boys.
But you are in the studio debating. Just saying.
Yeah. We're here. We're happy to be here.
so I guess going back to the criticisms, you use the term verbal abuse. So how do you consider verbal? What do you consider verbal abuse?
Like if they're on the set and they're like, "Take it, bitch," is that verbal abuse?
Take it, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're like,
Oh, you mean
shooting
that while
a
they're
porn?
fucking?
Yeah.
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 No. You see, okay. So just so you know, Andrew.
Is that verbal abuse?
No. But when they're shooting porn, how it works, just so you know, is it's very safe, happy environment where you go over what they want, what they don't want, the no's, safe words, all this and that. And then there's always a director on
That's
set.
very nice of them.
Yeah. So
Before they go and cream this fucking girl's face with 8 guys, and she's going to have that video out for the rest of her life. Before they do that, they want to make sure that they know her no words.
yeah,
Got to make sure. Oh, that's one dick too many, right?
they're there because they want to be there. It's a safe environment. It's their choice to be there, and that's all that matters. It's what they want to do, and it's
Yeah, I
their
don't
choice.
I mean,
that-
wanting 8
and we
dicks, there's
shouldn't-
nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't think that that's all that matters.
You
I
shouldn't
think
shit
that,
on someone
I
for-
think that we basically outlaw all sorts of behavior that people want to do because it's really fucking bad behavior. And so you just,
Yeah,
should
but-
engage
Do you
in
have sex,
Yeah.
Andrew? With who?
my wife.
You do. You have sex with your wife?
Yeah.
No ring. All right.
I have my ring.
Oh, you wear it on the neck. Good for you. So, okay, so you have sex with your wife. They're doing the same thing, Andrew.
They're having sex with their wife.
In most cases, there are a lot of married
did you have
couples. There
sex,
are.
premarital sex? I'm just curious,
Yeah,
dude.
I have.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that like, because here's the thing, I'm not religious in any way. So
Mm-hmm.
do your beliefs and all this stem from a religious background, or just like, you just personally look at it and go like, that's gross,
I look
that
at it
shouldn't
both
belong?
ways. So one, I would say it's sinful, but I would never be able to convince you guys of that. I wouldn't even bother trying.
Well, yeah.
But what I can look at is I can look at the societal damage and how fucking horrific it is mentally on women to be involved in sex work, and none of them end up with a good result.
But why do you care about
basically,
these
ever.
people? if they're nobodies.
Because this is the society I live in.
Right, but I don't care about anyone.
Because here's what I would hope. I would never get it from you guys, right? But here's what I would hope and wish more than anything. That I'd be driving down the fucking road in my shitty car, and the tire goes, and bam, I hit a rock, and I'm fucking dead. My daughters are orphaned, right? And they're struggling, and one of their friends goes, hey, you know what? You could go to this shoot and suck a dick, and they'll pay you 20 grand. And she goes, you know what? That sounds like easy money. I wish to God, before they walk in that studio, somebody like me would be like, no. Don't do that. Do anything but that. Work as a fucking barista. Go do anything but this.
Right. But
that's what I would hope, but that's not the world we live in.
Look, I'm not going to debate you on that, but if someone chooses to go into that, it's like, I mean, working at Starbucks is arguably more degrading to your body than taking 8 cocks.
Yeah, why can't somebody choose to fuck a dead body?
Well, they can.
And do you have any moral qualms with that?
Nope, because the body's dead. No one's getting hurt.
So it's fine.
What?
Who's getting hurt?
So if they walk over and they grab roadkill off the road and start fucking it, you have no moral objection to that.
None.
Ulysses the Pagan donated $100.
Yeah, thank
Tone
you.
policing is controlling speech and opinions as an end run around to control modes of expression, which is the means to control the narrative. Control that and you control society. Just stop.
I feel like I'm playing like fucking
who's
like
that
Dungeons
one
and
for?
Dragons.
I never know.
That sounded like a quest.
You know what I think beyond the issue of them choosing to do that is they do have a lot of mental health issues when they do it. Not all of them.
Doesn't have
But they
mental
do. A
health
lot of
issues.
people
I have
do.
mental health issues.
Motorsports
Just one.
Don't you have mental health issues?
$100
You believe in
$1.
God.
That's not
This
a mental health
degenerate
That's a
who
mental
wants
health
to
issue.
tone police me.
1000%.
You exploit women, making them into literal whores, and you want to tone police me? Dude, you fail at
I want that
life.
$100
Do better.
because I just made him spend another 100.
That's our 100.
Wait, so hold on.
So hold on.
Wait.
not one of your whores.
Hold on. So let's explore a couple of the claims. So
So hang on, I just want to make sure I got this clear. Okay. Me believing in God to you is a mental health issue, but fucking a dead body.
Also a mental health issue.
No,
I agree.
Wait. Why is that a mental health issue?
It is.
You
It's
have
fucking weird.
you have no moral issues with it at all.
Well, yeah, I don't really give a shit about it. But I
Right.
also don't care that you believe in God because you
Right.
don't affect me.
Yeah, but if I did implement those morals of you can't fuck dead body because gross and immoral,
But what's gross?
Hang on.
Anal sex?
but immoral to have sex with a dead body, you would say what? You're hurting my bodily autonomy? Like that's too much for you? Is that one line too much?
Hey, we did not come here to debate fucking dead people. That
No,
is
I
fucked
didn't.
up.
I'm just asking.
I don't
What, so
think
let
anyone
me
should
ask
fuck
this.
dead
Can you
people.
back? Can I just ask you a question, dude? Where does sex stop being gross or start being gross for you?
Yeah, so I'm not making an ick argument. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what type of sexual intercourse with a female is going to be gross or not
Right.
gross or tasteful or not tasteful. I don't think it's really relevant. What is relevant, though, is that to say that we can put no restrictions on consenting sex insane, we do it all the time. For instance, do you think that a brother should be able to fuck his sister?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Why?
so.
Because it's gross. Yeah, but that's my opinion. But guess what? Someone else is going to think that's okay.
Is it immoral?
Is it immoral? According to today's society, sure, but half the world does it.
Yeah, do you think it's immoral?
I think it's fucking immoral to a lot of things in this world.
Yeah,
are
is
immoral.
that immoral or not?
Is that immoral? What's immoral to you? Where do you get your morals?
Well,
they're invented by man, right? Morals, right? They're not where they pass down to you by
well,
God.
if it's just subjective, right,
Yeah.
then I don't know how you call anything immoral ever.
That's what. So there you go. Like
If you think it's
someone could
subjective.
find sitting next to a sex doll immoral.
So then, from your worldview, then you have to understand what that would mean. That would mean that you couldn't say serial killers were immoral. You couldn't say that child underage diddlers were immoral. You couldn't say anything was immoral if your claim is we just make up morality.
We do make up morality.
Well, then if we do just make up morality, you have no objective metric for which to call anything immoral ever.
that's kind of how the
so
shit
then
works. Right?
nothing anything does is immoral.
It just depends on society's standards. And right now, having 8 cocks in your mouth isn't illegal.
So if society says
One day if they do,
I just
then it
wanna be
is.
sure to be. I just want to make sure that we're clear in your worldview. Then, if society says that you can diddle kids, totally moral.
No,
What do you mean? No.
I don't think so.
Wait, why not?
absolutely not.
Because I can disagree with things too. But I don't
What
disagree
would
with a
the
person
basis-
taking
what
8
would-
dicks.
What would the basis be to make the disagreement if it's just a subjective metric?
If murder was legal, I still would be like, oh, that's kind of whack.
Why?
Because I don't, just doesn't feel right. Just how seeing a girl take 8 dicks doesn't feel right for you. This is a personal opinion.
So can you legislate based on it doesn't feel
No,
right?
you can't. That's why
Then
this
why do you
country's fucked.
legislate against murderers and kid diddlers?
Dude, I don't fucking make the rules.
Would you?
No.
You wouldn't?
No, because I'm a piece of shit, so you wouldn't listen to me.
So you wouldn't legislate against kid diddlers?
Oh, I would do that.
Okay, well then if you would do that, then you would
Sure.
legislate based on it gives me the ick, right?
It would be based on the fact that a child can't make up its own decisions and it's fucking a child.
Yeah, but your entire basis for what is moral, you just told me, is based literally on your subjective metric of your preference of I don't like it.
For me, yeah, we
Yeah.
all have, it's called morals. Like, we have our own, right?
So
Like,
if you have your own morals,
yes.
you say that the kid diddler bad,
Yes.
then you would legislate against it based on your own morals?
Sure.
Why couldn't I legislate on this thing I say
You
is bad
can.
based on
Dude,
my morals?
I'm not, but I don't care about your opinion just like you don't care about mine.
Well, no. See, I do.
You care about
Because
my
we
opinion?
live yeah, unfortunately.
But you don't know who I am until we just
unfortunately,
met.
You can vote. He can vote. I live in a
He
society.
can't vote. He's from Canada.
Yeah. Well, he can still vote. He's going to become a citizen. He told me,
Yeah,
right?
well, we'll see.
So the
What
thing
he does
is
for a
that so if you wonder why I
What was the one
care,
thing, guys?
why do you
What was the
care? Why
one
do you
thing?
care what all these people do? Why do you give a shit so much? Is because if they just go all of our morality.
Name taken donated $100. Andrew, what you bring to the podcast, man, but you've cut Brian off a few times now. It's a little annoying for the viewers.
Oh, they're
probably
turning on
more
their
so
own.
for Brian. Oh, and these two guys suck.
Oh,
Hey,
there
it's
it is.
okay. It's the nature of a fast-paced show like this. People cut each other off.
Andrew do be talking a lot. I feel like I haven't got the talking stick.
You guys say you disagree a lot.
Brian, where's Brian at?
Hold on. You got to allow Andrew to finish his argument.
Okay.
But name taken. Thank you for the message.
So
I
anyway,
feel like I'm in class right now,
if
and I didn't take my
everybody-
Ritalin.
If everybody just has these kind of subjective metrics for what is moral, and it's all just coming from our own personal preference or purview or this or that, they have no basis to say, one, that anything is immoral, or two, that me legislating any of my morals would be any worse than you doing it. So if I say sex work is unequivocally evil and bad, you would have no basis to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. But I don't care about your
Then
opinion.
that's
I can
the-
discuss that
Then
with
that's
you.
the debate.
Yeah,
So if the debate is just, sure, if you and the rest of you Christian populists outlaw sex work, more power to you.
Hey, if you get the fucking job done, God bless you.
So how come you guys don't bring on male performers?
We just did. We brought on two
and-
male performers.
You have any problems with them, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I debate them all the time.
Okay. I've never seen you guys.
I also debate.
go at a male.
I debate red pill gurus. Well,
we
you
had
have to
a-
understand when you say you
Which
guys.
guy?
Sterling Cooper. We've had him on
the
the
whatever
show.
podcast is Brian Atlas.
Yeah, right,
I'm
right.
just
He
a
has his
guest.
own, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. My show. Yeah, I debate with them all the time.
Okay.
Absolutely happy to.
Has
do it.
anyone ever changed your opinion?
Yeah, I've had my opinion changed about tons of things.
Okay.
Especially interactive, the way that men and women interactively date, how it operates in the year 2024. A lot of the reasons people move towards sex work. There was all sorts of presuppositions I had which were completely and totally untrue. Absolutely. And what I've come to is, interestingly enough, I actually go into debates with open minds, right? But when somebody says, hey, it's okay to fuck a dead body, obviously I'm not going to. Obviously,
also
at that point,
pulling
I'm
your
like,
leg.
I'm not so sure that that your opinion on this is great. But the thing is I still want to listen to why they think what they think. I want to understand why it is that they believe what it is that they believe. And what I found is this: unequivocally, almost every sex worker I've talked to regrets it. At the end of their road, when they're all done, they always look back and say, I wish I hadn't done that. And if you talk to them privately, they say, you're absolutely fucking right, and I wish more people would do something about this industry.
I'm gonna chime in there.
Yeah.
I know these girls very well. A lot of them are close friends of
Do
mine.
you fuck them?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. And I know them very well, and I get close with them outside the show, and these are my best friends and favorite people. And I totally disagree with you. Not most of them regret it. Not most of them are pissed that they did it and would have made different choices. A lot of them rep it and are very happy.
How
with
many of the ones who are retired are you getting in?
A lot of them. I talked to a lot of the ones that are retired. They're very happy with, first of all, they made a very big career for themselves. A lot of them made multi-millions.
Most sex workers don't make shit.
I mean, would you treat it like any other job? How many people do I talk to that hate their job still, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they got into sex work. But
a lot
being
of them,
a plumber is
a lot
not
of them
that fun
actually
either.
Here's the
love what
thing.
they do.
When
And
you're a
if you
plumber-
take milfs like Cherie DeVille,
Yeah.
Alexis Fox, 20 years in the business, multi-millionaire celebrities.
Yeah, that's the
They're
top.
still
That's the top.
They're shooting 5 scenes a day
percentile.
because they love it. You take a girl like Luna Starr. She's been doing this 12 years. She's married to Michael Bay, worth $600 million.
She's married to Michael Bay?
Yes, or about to get married. But they're dating, they're living together. Still shoots every day because she loves it.
These are not.
She's happy. She wants to shoot.
These are not the common denominator for sex workers. You're pointing at the top 1.1 percentile. It'd be like me telling people, hey, everybody should do a podcast because Destiny's a multimillionaire.
Right. So you guys are
that would be
debating-
fucking nuts to say. If I said that, I would be setting people up for
So let's talk
massive
about
failure.
OnlyFans girls then. So that's the degree.
Well,
of
hang on.
Or is the
Let's
sex
back
work
up.
also
Sure.
back to like just like someone's hooking behind a dumpster for $5 blowjobs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would.
That's
I
more
consider-
the speed versus
no.
the top 1%
I
of porn
consider
stars.
all of it to be under the same purview of degeneracy. When I say degeneracy, so you understand what that means, it just means without morals. So like somebody who says, I don't care if you fuck a dead body or you fuck roadkill, it's fine. I consider that to be absent morals because you say all morality is subjective. It's just up to my purview. Therefore, what I say is moral. What you say is moral. What you say is moral. What you say is moral.
Yeah.
Right? That's all the absence of
But do
morality.
you guys ever joke around in these debates?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not pro fucking dead body, you know.
He was
Like I
joking.
didn't just come on here to be like stiff.
Now, I also
Like,
want to
you know,
clarify.
like, I'm just
why we're
chilling.
here. It's
You guys
not,
stiffened up real quick once the
sex work
cameras
is
turned on.
a very broad bubble of this whole thing. I don't know shit about prostitution. It's illegal in many states,
Yeah,
and
we
a lot
don't
of
have to
times it's
even
not
worry
people's
about
choices.
that.
I'm here to stand up for adult stars doing adult films, and then OnlyFans girls,
Yeah,
girls,
those
everyday
are
girls
prostitutes.
that sell exclusive content.
How is a corn star not a prostitute, bro? That's a prostitute.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely
really?
Not.
So
Yeah.
so as long as I give you money, as long as I have a camera in your face, it's not hooking.
See, that argument gets told to me all the time.
Because
And
it's a
I
good
think it's the
argument.
dumbest argument.
Wait, what's the counter?
It's a terrible argument.
One sec, guys.
In the wise words of Andre Vielson, the poorest man in the world still sees himself richer than a degenerate porn star,
Correct.
and so does everyone else.
Yep.
See, these are the people
Poorest
you
man
guys
in the
attract.
world is like what?
You guys
Some
attract
guy
women
in where?
haters.
China building an
Here,
iPhone.
let me give you the
Wait,
argument.
let's investigate this claim. What in this statement here has anything to do with woman hating?
Are you kidding? He's saying the poorest man on earth is still richer because a girl shoots adult films on her own terms.
No, yeah. So
That's
Bro, you know what kind of bum you
Yeah,
have to
he
be
got
to be
the
a broke
quote.
man?
You think that guy
he got
is,
the quote wrong. Here's the quote.
to be a broke guy in
That's what he's saying.
2024?
Yeah, but here's what the quote is.
okay, we'll get-
the
we can
quote
get
is that the poorest man in the world will always consider himself richer than a cock. Somebody who allows somebody else to purposely fuck their wife. The poorest
didn't say
man.
cuck, he said
yeah,
degenerate
I
porn
know
star.
he got it wrong.
Oh.
But what the quote actually
Oh
is.
yeah, I mean I agree with that
Yeah,
one.
is that the poorest man in the world will always consider themselves richer than the man who shares his wife.
Do you want to talk about that? Cucks, we could get into that too.
Maybe
Yeah,
later,
happy
maybe
to.
later. But
All right.
Andrew, Kirill, you said something about broke men are bums, or I don't want to misquote
Yeah.
you. Just could you repeat? Because
Oh, I was just, if you're going to the extreme of the poorest man in the world, you're like, why are we using that guy as a metric? Imagine
but is it like
just
is
a
that,
broke dude.
Well, it's to just make the parallel.
He has no purpose in life.
Yeah, it's just
Wait,
to make
wait,
the
wait.
parallel that materialism.
Yeah, I
itself
get
is
it.
not the outcome.
I know
But
what you're saying.
and Kirill, if I can, could you just scoot your mic to the edge of the table?
Yeah, dude.
And we just want to get you a bit more into frame. Are you able to just scoot a little closer that way?
Hey, want me to sit in his lap?
Yeah, a little cuddle sesh.
That's okay.
Wait, and you said
I mean, it
so,
wouldn't be immoral, right?
Not at all.
Kirill, you said that broke man has no purpose.
Yeah.
Like
What's the
no
point?
value in him?
Yeah, absolutely not. What are you doing as a broke dude? Like, I have broke dude friends, and I'm like, how are you surviving in this world?
Well, certainly you need resources to survive.
If they have no value, they wouldn't be your
But-
friends, right?
If they have no, they're my friends, but you just look at it, you're like, oh, I can't believe you're like a bum.
I mean,
Like, you don't have friends that are like broke, and you're like, or like when you hear about broke dudes, you're like, what is that?
sure, I have friends who.
It's fine if
struggle
you're 21
financially.
and broke.
It's the OG high school homies, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, do
That
you
didn't make
think-
it out.
But I mean, I'm sure you've encountered friends of your own. Perhaps they even were wealthy at one point.
Yes.
But business failed.
Yeah.
Health problem.
Yeah.
Catastrophic health problem.
Sure.
Get.
I'm
Totally
talking in
flushed.
extremes too, so, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
But so, by the way, Andrew, did you want to do your opener, or are you happy just keeping it?
Yeah, we can just
Wait,
keep
we
going.
didn't even start yet?
What's an opener?
No, we're live.
No, we're
guys
going.
talking
We're
about?
live. We're live.
I
We're
feel
live.
like you guys prepped more than us because we didn't even get questions.
You don't need to prep. The guy's
We sent you
We're
3
going
questions.
raw dog.
We sent you 4 questions, and we honestly,
fine.
me and Andrew have done 5 shows this week. We did not have much time to prep.
Fair.
We did a little prep.
We didn't even prep in the car. We were just talking about my lactate
I mean, I'm
and
just
my cheese
like,
I ate. But we're ready. We're fucking ready.
Question for you, Kirill. Andrew, we can explore this for a few minutes here. You mentioned something about religion. You said something along the lines of, and correct me if I'm wrong, you view religious people or religion as a mental illness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
An invisible imaginary friend in the sky is a mental illness.
Okay.
Isn't mental illness invisible and imaginary?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just throwing around buzzwords and saying that
I mean, like,
someone
can
who
you
talks to, if I have a friend that talks every night at the edge of their bed to someone in the sky, yeah, it's a little fucking weird. I'm like, that guy's probably a little nuts. In this day and age, I understand if you're like 70 like my grandma, you're about to meet God, you're like, all right, let me try to at
And
least.
you said you're Jewish but non-practicing?
Yeah. Never
So like ethnic, or were you
born in
religious?
Russia, just Russian Jews that escaped.
Gotcha.
I got circumcised at age 7, so it wasn't really like a thing.
One
Circumcisions
sec.
weren't like a thing in Russia.
Grid 1 Motorsports, say what you want, but no grown-ass man wants another dude to be able to ask him how his deck tastes. That is what kissing a chick that's had 9 cocks in her. Bro,
We haven't talked about cups yet. We're too messy.
F&L lads.
We need to structure this debate because I could talk on the cucks.
No one wants to
I can speak on the cucks.
Thank you.
Because I feel that. I feel that. But we'll
No,
get
I
there.
mean, we'll just let them.
So I would just kind of argue that I think it's far more delusional to think that a group of like 20 to 30-year-old men's gangbanging an 18-year-old chick, and you thinking, well, it's okay because she consented to it, that the ramifications of that, how could that be less delusional than me thinking, maybe there is a divine creator based on the fact that everything has order, which makes no sense.
Right, but my whole thing is my identity isn't based in bashing either. I don't shit on you, and I don't shit on them. I just kind of live my life,
But
right?
why-
I just don't like religious people, and I have no problem with porn stars because, we have similar problems.
Do you think you can be a porn star?
No, I'm literally a white
not
Russian
you.
Jewish kid.
Not you. I'm asking, let me finish the question.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think that you could be a porn star while you identify as being a Christian at the same time?
I don't know enough about religion
We're
to
both
tell you
not
like
religious.
what like to be like to could you I don't know like what are the rules
But
that
can I ask
state
you
I
guys
can't
a
be a
question
porn star?
about the Bible? I don't know shit, so correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm just asking. But Mary Magdalene, wasn't she a prostitute?
No.
That Jesus said, "Come hang out with the 12 disciples."
No.
She was not.
She was not a prostitute.
Pretty sure that's.
100% positive Mary Magdalene was not a prostitute. That's
Why is that a myth?
Wait, well, you can't be
or-
It's not
100%
a myth.
positive.
It is.
No, it's not. A bunch of fucking atheists say this. The Bible nowhere says that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute ever. Then nowhere.
Nick,
Nick can pull it up.
Nick, pull it up.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know shit.
Mary
but I'm pretty
Magdalene,
sure.
absolutely not a prostitute. 100%.
Bro, could I have you just scoot your
Oh,
mic?
yeah.
You can
I
stay
feel like
where you are.
you're continually just trying to get me to
But,
make out
but
with them.
some of the Christian
Like, keep
religions, they interpret it that way, correct?
Scoot the mic.
There could be
That
some
one.
Protestant sects that would probably not be considered
perfect.
Christian, but could identify themselves as being Christian.
But
who
why
might
do
say
they
that.
think that she's a prostitute?
Because people can think all kinds of crazy shit.
It's not a rumor, is it? It's just a rumor. Like there must
It's
be
just-
something in the Bible that led
if you
to
read,
that
if you read
interpretation.
anything can be interpreted incorrectly by
Right,
anybody.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
But
you
there
can
must be a
interpret it wrong.
paragraph, or what do they call them? What do you call those? John 8. What do you? A Bible stump. That says she was a prostitute.
There's not.
Okay. There it is.
She was not a prostitute.
Now back one more thing on your religion though. Is
Yeah, we can pull it up. Go ahead, Nick. Mary Magdalene, as it seems according to Scripture, was likely not a prostitute.
likely not.
Not.
They're saying she is, but maybe she
So there's
wasn't.
a slight chance that woman
No.
sucked a dick for $1.
No.
Or like a
They're saying
bagel.
she's likely not a
Yeah.
prostitute. That
What-
doesn't sound like.
What it means is there's not any evidence for that. It's just made up.
Well, there's not much evidence about anything in the Bible.
There's a lot of evidence for a lot of things in the Bible.